Alright guys, today we are going to do the primer ball and fuel lines on a Craftsman Weed Whacker 17-inch 25cc gas line trimmer. Not sure if there's any, is there a model number? Not going to be able to read that. I'm blind as a bat if you guys can see it. But if it looks like this, it's you. Alright. All the parts I'm going to use are going to be in the description below. I'll even put the carburetor, everything like that in there. This one may even need a carburetor. I'm trying the cheapest way first. It's a city guy here, so City Oakland Park. So I gotta try to take care of them, keep their stuff cheap. First we're gonna do is pull off the air filter cover. There it is, just lifts up a little bit. And then there are two Allen wrenches. They're like a 4 or 5 millimeter. We're going to go ahead and take those out. This just makes it easier to get to the fuel lines and the primer ball. Although actually, primer balls, you could actually do the primer ball without removing all that. But we're going to do it just so it's easier for you to see me do it. Alright, and we're just going to go ahead remove these, set this to the side. Yeah, again, all the stuff will be in the description. So right now this is nice and loose. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut these fuel lines. Don't worry about where they go. I will show you where everything goes as I'm doing this. So cut these lines off, remove, and yeah, cut these lines. And then the throttle cable is right here. Just gonna turn it like that. Boom. We're gonna remove these two fuel lines. Okay, some 2 Phillips head screws. We're gonna take them out. Then we're gonna remove just this top piece with the primer ball. So the primer ball just pushes right out. And then the new primer ball sits right in. And you set it in place. Sorry. And then you put the 2 screws back inside. Now when you tighten these down, just get them snugged up and then keep going back and forth. Get it a little tighter, a little tighter, a little tighter until it's all the way tightened down. If you do one side first, it'll cock up and you can get leaks sometimes. So then we're going to go ahead and concentrate on the gas tank and the fuel lines right now. So we'll reach in here, pull all these out, and get them out of the tank. Drain all the old gas out of your tank and make sure it's completely dry. That way you know there's no water or bad gas. And when you're done doing this, start with fresh, brand new gas every time. Every time you use your weed eater, fresh, brand new gas. Non-ethanol is the best. Alright, we're going to cut a point into our fuel line. This is the skinny fuel line. It's 2 different sizes. So skinny fuel line goes in the back. We're going to just push it in, and we're going to go in the tank, you know, about 1 inch. This is just your return line. See, we just got it in there like that. That's the return line. That's the thin line. It goes on the back hole. We're going to leave it long. No big deal. We're going to go ahead and cut a point into this one now, the big line. We're going to shove the big line in the tank. We're going to get it all the way in there, and we're going to pull it out of the gas, where the gas cap goes out of the opening, just like that. We're going to go ahead and cut the tip off. Now it's got to be long enough to where it can reach the bottom. That's going to be plenty long enough. We're going to go ahead and shove the filter on the big one, just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and grab this, and we're going to shove this down into the tank. All the way on the bottom. Big one's the fuel filter. Little one is the return line. So the bottom, or the nipple closest to the primer ball, is the return line. That's the small line. And the one furthest away from the primer ball is one that goes to the filter. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of line this carburetor up. And then we're going to cut the line. So small line goes to the top one closest to the primer ball. So we'll cut it about there. And the bottom one goes to the bottom one. We'll cut it about there. So we're going to go ahead and stab the big line into the bottom nipple. A little line into the top nipple. And then we're going to go to the throttle cable. And we're going to set it in this hole. Go straight in and then pulls the right way. Now we're going to go ahead, first make sure that you got a gasket right here. If it stayed on there, just leave it on there. Alright, so we're going to put this through, oh, which way did that go? Oh, this through the push button is the top. See this flat spot right here? That's where the choke arm is going to be. See? So we're going to go ahead and push this into place. And if this gasket wasn't on there, you would slide it on to the bolts, you know, the screws next. But since it stayed there, and then make sure, see that little hole right there? That's your vacuum line for your fuel pump that's built into your carburetor. Make sure that that hole lines up with that hole. And then we're going to go ahead and tighten up these screws. Nice and tight. Just go ahead and dump some gas in here and make sure that it primes up. Looks good. There's supposed to be a foam filter in here. Like that. This will slide right in there like that. Boom. Unfortunately, this one will not start even after doing all that. That means I got to do a new carburetor on this one. So I'll put that in the description below for you as well. Just as easy to put a brand new one on there. I tried for the guy. Oh well. Looks like I'm going to go ahead and order a new carburetor for him. Anyways, that's how you put the fuel lines and primer ball on there. If this helped you out in any way, shape, or form, give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. All the stuff will be in the description below. Today's t-shirt will be in the description below as well. If you want me to do any advertising for you, go ahead and message me. I'd love to. Peace.